Good morning, everyone. Do we have a quorum?
We do not.
We don't. Uh-oh. Okay, but we'll move forward anyhow. Are there any speakers today?
Good morning. We have 2 members of the public registered to speak today. As a reminder, we ask that all public speakers adhere to the MTA's rules of conduct and decorum. I would also like to remind our public speakers that in the interest of time and fairness to all speakers, we limit everyone to 2 minutes. Please be aware of the clock and the warning light you will see reminding you that you have 30 seconds left to conclude your remarks. The first speaker will be Matthew Bukes Highland, followed by Lita Dupree.
Good. Thank you, Rose.
Thank you, Ms. Piscone. Good morning, Chairman Mack and President Sheridan and members of the committee. I would like to speak today about congested pricing concerns with the program coming up. For example, if someone lives in New Jersey, the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey charges, if they don't have an Easy Pass, $17 from New Jersey and New York on top of a possible $23. $40 a day for the New Jersey customer. In fact, I'm a little concerned. I actually wrote a letter to the director of the Bridges, Tunnels, and Terminals, Diane Eller, for the Port Authority, but I had chosen not to do that. Instead, I planned to speak at the Port Authority meeting on Thursday in front of Chairman Kevin O'Toole and Executive Director Rick Cotton. I hope to consider, for example, for the tolling to give discounts to the people who live in New Jersey who cross a bridge, who go to Manhattan like for their commute, for example. I hope you would consider. Thank you. God bless you. And good day, Ms. Piscone.
Thank you. The next speaker is Alita Dupree.
Thank you. Good morning, Chair David Mack and members. Alita Dupree, for the record, she and her team folds today. Before I get into the report, first of all, I really enjoyed my time in person with you all last month and got to meet some of you. Hopefully I'll meet you all again. The report's generally looking good. We're about 93% toll recovery on the system. And I think it's about the same for Easy Pass. So how do we get more people interested in Easy Pass? The only reason why I don't have Easy Pass is because I don't have a car. But if I did have a car, I would have the Easy Pass. And the toll recovery is very important. And open road tolling is showing its worth. It is working. It's not revenue lost, but simply revenue delayed. So we want to continue to ensure that we get that revenue to keep the bridges and tunnels maintained safely. I finally did get to participate in Bridge and Tunnels last month. No, earlier this month. I decided to take the M60 to LaGuardia, 125th Street, and I got to go over the Tri-Boa Bridge. I haven't been to that bridge in 30-something years. So it's good to participate in bridges and tunnels once again. So it's very important to me, and congestion pricing is necessary. I like electric cars. I want to rent a Tesla someday. But parking it and navigating traffic is a problem. So I ask that you continue the work to bring congestion pricing into service. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, that concludes the public comment.
Thank you, Rose. We also have a quorum now, so I'd like to move. Good morning. I'd like to move to approve the minutes. Do I have a motion? Okay. Any questions? Any corrections? Okay. Can I have a vote to approve? Okay. All pass. Aye. President Sheridan, are there any changes to the work plan?
Good morning, Chair Mack. There are no changes to the work plan. I'd also note there are 4 procurements related to congestion pricing, which will be discussed at the Finance Committee later today.
Let's see, what else we got here?
If I can continue?
What?
Want me to continue?
Oh, yeah. You can continue now. We'll go right through it.
Thank you. In September, B&T was proud to join other state agencies and represent the MTA at the Transportation for Life Summit at Dutchess Community College. Governor Hochul had announced the first-time gathering earlier this year as a collaborative multi-agency approach to the subject of suicide prevention in public spaces. Our Vice President of Safety and Health, Eric Osnes, participated on a panel along with representatives from the New York State Bridge Authority, New York State Office of Mental Health, and to discuss suicide prevention mitigations. The MTA's Addressing Track Trespassing report, prepared by C&D in May 2002, was championed by other agencies as a valuable reference in its thorough discussion of the challenges of mental health issues. It was a rewarding experience to be a part of this important gathering, and I thank Eric for his role, not only in participating that day, but for his involvement in the months of planning leading up to it. He is a leader in this field, and his passion for solutions and raising awareness are real. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and B&T was proud to join MTA employees from all agencies, uniting to raise funds and participate in the annual Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk in Central Park. The funds go to the American Cancer Society to help fund research and provide information and support to women in local communities. And I'm pleased to report B&T raised more than $9,100 out of an overall $27,000 raised by the MTA. B&T proves again to be the small agency that delivers big. I commend all who walked in unison for this worthy cause, especially Assistant Vice President Cassandra Edschel for leading the effort with the Empowering Women in Transportation Employee Resource Group. And while heavy rainfall caused major disruptions throughout the region and MTA service area on Friday, September 29th, B&T employees braved the storm to give blood at B&T's semi-annual blood drive on Randall's Island. I commend all donors and our employee event organizers who volunteered their time during a weather-challenged day for this critically important need. Following on the subject of weather, today's committee meeting will focus on winter prep, response, mitigation, and recovery, with a brief presentation by several department heads. I'll turn it over to Charlie Passarella, Vice President of Maintenance and Operation Support, to kick off a review of our readiness for the winter season.
Thank you, Kathy. As winter is fast approaching, maintenance crews are well on the way in our pre-season planning. The B&T snow fighting fleet consists of 115 vehicles that require careful pre-season attention. This proactive approach includes a thorough inspection of each vehicle to ensure its readiness. Additionally, maintenance and operations personnel who are involved in storm fighting are given snow refresher training, which incorporates vehicle familiarity as well as a comprehensive review of facility snow routes. This year, B&T will continue to install green lights on its snow fighting vehicles. As of this month, Fleet Operations has installed green lights on the rear arrow board and front dome cab on 10 flow and dump snow vehicles to improve truck visibility and safety in line with recommendations from the New York State Department of Motor Vehicles regarding ice and snow removal vehicles. The remainder of our vehicles will be equipped by the first quarter of 2024. Prior to the start of winter, maintenance managers have also placed de-icer orders and received deliveries at all B&T facilities with more than 9,100 tons of de-icer on hand. In addition, all orders have been placed for calcium chloride and smaller equipment which are used around facility building entrances, stairways, and walkways. Last but not least, the importance of post-storm best practices cannot be understated. Maintenance crews are instructed in a thorough cleaning of all vehicles, as well as vehicle inspections so that necessary repairs can be made quickly to minimize any downtime to make sure we're ready for future weather events. Being proactive helps prevent deterioration and extends the life of our fleet assets. Unless there are any questions, I will now turn it over to Nicole Angel, Vice President of Intelligent Transportation Systems and Tolling.
Thank you, Charlie. B&T's Intelligent Transportation Systems and Tolling Department manages the risks of winter weather events by ensuring that staff and contractors conduct routine inspections of equipment and systems and in advance of a predicted winter storm. Similar to hurricane season preparation, our ITS team checks all weather stations and variable message signs across our facilities. Our tolling operations team assesses the readiness of the New York Easy Pass Customer Service Center, while the toll and technology team ensures functionality of the systems and equipment. During an actual event, equipment, systems, and back office operations are steadily monitored to ensure that any issues are dealt with as quickly as possible. ITST staff will coordinate with other B&T departments and contractors as appropriate to determine whether any repairs or cleaning are needed for tolling equipment. Post-storm, activity includes assessments of condition of the systems and equipment, as well as a review of the toll transaction processing to ensure timely and complete cycle of transactions during the storm event. Overall, we are focused on protecting critical systems that support our business operations. Thank you, and unless there are any questions, I'll turn it over to Vice President and Chief of Operations, Rich Hildebrand.
Commissioner Brown?
Yeah, I have a couple questions. One of them has to do with the tolling system. I assume am I correct in my assumption that here I'm already backing off my question. Am I correct with my assumption that Easy Pass does not present much of a winter problem?
That's correct.
Okay, so the follow-up question, and I have another follow-up question, is are the toll-by-mail systems, what's their percentage of loss during a heavy storm?
So I don't have those exact numbers for you. We can come back at a later
Well,
date.
I'm not so
but
concerned with the exact numbers, but
Yeah.
do you have that is more of a problem than the Easy Pass?
In a major storm, what we would do, we would take a look to see what the impact is on our Easy Pass and tolls by mail operations. They're all functioning from the same system,
Right,
essentially.
Right. All right, well, in that regard, I had a question regarding toll-by-mail statistics here, that the last 6 months, it's gone up every month, and it's gone up radically in the last 5 months. What do you attribute that to? Was it, what's up with people? Is there more people want to get their toll by mail? More people want to pay more toll? I mean, I don't get it. Why is the last 6 months, where does it start? Well, since last January, which would be 10 months, really. Why is the toll by mails going up so rapidly? The curve's getting more steeper, and I mean, if it's 1 month, I don't care. 2 months, I don't care. 3 months, I don't care. But when it's a continuing pattern, well, what's up with the toll by mail?
Yeah, so we would need to take a closer look, but generally speaking, as you know, B&T operations with ORT started in 2017, and many of our customers were primarily used to the gates that existed. As of today, and since COVID, many people are basically experiencing, issues with the covered and obstructed plates. Many people may not have their Easy Pass properly mounted in their vehicles. So there are a number of reasons why we can see more tolls by mail transaction increasing, but we can take a closer look for that particular time period and get a better understanding for you.
Thank you.
And if I could add, we've done some focus groups recently with some of our customers, and we're gaining some information on why people are not using Easy Pass. It's a little premature for me to report any results, but we'll come back to the board and let you know what's occurred with those focus groups.
See, every answer makes me think of another question. So in that regard, do you do the same sort of deeper dive with the scofflaws? Is that the proper pronunciation? The people that try to skate, try to beat do you do the same sort of deep dive as part of,
Some of the specific focus groups have been serious persistent toll violators. So we're trying to, get a broad base of our customers.
Cool, fascinating psychological study.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Nicola. Thank you, Commissioner Brown, and good morning, everyone. Last week, B&T held our winter prep meeting, an annual exercise led by operations with participation from all B&T consolidated departments plus our regional partners, where all facets of our protocols and practices are reviewed and updated as needed. Operations shifts its focus from coastal storm hurricane season to winter challenges of snow, ice, wind, and cold temperature conditions. Operations works with our interdepartmental colleagues, C&D, and our MTA HQ business partners, plus the New York State Police, New York National Guard, and Transcom to ensure readiness. A comprehensive review of winter weather policies and procedures is conducted, and if necessary, revisions are made. An example would be our high wind condition restriction procedure, which has been updated multiple times in recent years, as we have seen an uptick in wind-related incidents through fall and winter. Our priority is to maintain safety while enabling efficient crossings of vehicles with restrictions based on sound and practical analysis of facility, environment, and conditions. B&T is constantly monitoring the weather forecast and weather trends. When a winter weather event is imminent, operations will initiate our incident command structure and commence sharing of information to the B&T workforce as forecasts and conditions develop. Operations will also liaise with our regional partners to ensure that we are operating in unison relative to storm response and activations. As a proactive safety measure, we may decide to implement a ban on empty and tandem tractor-trailers and close pedestrian walkways to reduce risk. When a storm hits our service area, operations deploys personnel and resources to react to the storm, collect data on storm fighting tactics such as the use of roadway de-icer and the status of storm equipment, and reports on overall delivery of service as conditions change. And the same rings true for our post-storm demobilization, as operations provides personnel and resources to sustain and/or restore delivery of service to our customers and to close out our incident command. We thank all operations employees, all of our partners for their untiring efforts during extreme weather conditions to deliver safe, secure, and efficient service to our customers. With that, I thank you, and unless there are any questions, this concludes our presentation.
Thank you, Rich. And to all our department heads, as we move into another winter season, we will continue to evolve and improve how we keep our facilities safe and serve our customers. I'm pleased to share that in an ongoing celebration of our agency's 90th anniversary, B&T has collaborated with the New York City Municipal Archives to present an exhibit focusing on our flagship bridge, and specifically the Robert F. Kennedy Queenspan, originally the Triborough Bridge. The exhibit, entitled Uniting the Boroughs, the Triborough Bridge, is free and opens to the public on Thursday, October 26th, and will run through June 2024. This will be in the landmark Surrogates Court Building at 31 Chambers Street near City Hall. Thanks to our B&T Special Archive team and our colleagues at the New York City Department of Records and Information Services for bringing this historical record, plus rare photos and artifacts, into public view. There's also a QR code on the poster behind me if you want to get more information about that. Finally, I'd like to close by asking for a moment of silence for Bridge and Tunnel Officer Rocco Cicero, who passed away on October 7th. We share our thoughts and prayers with his colleagues, his friends, and especially with his family at this most difficult time. May he rest in peace. Thank you. Chair Mack, that concludes our committee report if there are no questions.
If there are no questions, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. Second? Second. All in favor? Aye. And thank you all.
Thank you.